Welcome back. Let's put this in the ether. Women, you need to understand why men do not want to date a single mother, right? It's a clear indication. It's clear and simple. It's not complicated. Men, they're biologically designed to take care of their own offspring, right? They're not designed to want to take care of another man's children. Right? This is another man's children. Why do a man want to invest all his energy on another man's children when he could invest all his energy on his own offspring, right? Why you want to put himself in that position of taking care of another man's child than it is for him to taking care of his child. Not only that, the reason why men don't date single mothers is that we don't want to be in that position where we're not appreciated because a woman, this is the reason, right? A woman will most likely favor her kid more than the new husband, right? So if that's the case, why would a guy feel incentivized to be dating a single mother? Because he's not being incentivized. He will always be second to her offspring, right? A man want to be first. A man want to be kings of his castle. One of his lead is woman, right? Now, if the single mother, right, where the past in the family, what purpose of a man has, right? What purpose of a man has, right? If he can't get his wife, right, or get his wife, or control his wife, or lead his wife, right? So all these negative aspects about single mothers. I mean, there's a reason why men don't want to do that. There's a lot of challenges we have to deal with other guys' kids, right? Not only that, the reason why guys don't want to date a single mother is that there's an issue if the baby daddy's still alive. Men have to introduce another element of being with the other father as well in his life, right? Now you deal now you're not just dealing with her, the kid. Now you deal with the baby daddy as well, and that's why would a normal guy want to deal with that? Guys do not want to deal with that. This is why guys prefer a woman to be single and not have a kid, right? Because all those baggage, when you look at it, it's all excess baggage. Guys, they want to simplify their life as much as possible. Now, how is guy supposed to simplify his life if he's inviting all these excess baggage into his life? That's why he have a choice. Guys have a choice not to be with single mothers. You can't force them to be with you, right? To date single mothers if you don't want that. In the same way, man cannot force a woman to like him because she purely don't like him. We can't force that. We can't go up to a woman and force her, hey, like me. You can't do that. Same way as you can't go up to a man except you for being a single mother. Guys have the option too. Guys have the are the gatekeeper of a relationship. Now, there are some men out there who's willing to take this route, but not many, right? Not many. Because the reason why there are guys that's willing to do that is because he has no option in life. If a guy's have option, if he's a wealthy man, right, successful, his option is he will rather get with a younger, fertile female, right? That doesn't have no baggage, right? Than a single mother. A single mother and a high standard male with option, he will not go with a single mother because she doesn't have any leverage. She does not have any option. He have more option than her, right? If a man have option, he's more likely to go with a younger female that have no kids, right? Because she's not bringing anything to the relationship. But a kid and a former husband, right? Not unless the guy have no option. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why a guy would actually date a single mother, and that does exist. A guy date a single mother and willing to take the kid. The reason why he's willing to do that because he have no option in life. But given the opportunity and give him option, he most likely won't do it. Not unless it's a real simp, right? Not unless he got nothing really going with in his life, which is the reason why women don't like to date simp because simp don't have nowhere to go with his life, right? That's why the single mother would rather prefer to be with a high standard man, high value man, right? Which is hard to believe, which is hard to get because high standard men have a lot of options, right? So it's not to bash on single mothers. Is that sometime You have to understand what guys are going through, and it's only make logical sense why guys are not attracted to single mothers, and you cannot force that on a man, right? You cannot force it. Hey, you have to love her, right? It's like forcing a woman to say you have to love a guy, right? It's not. It's the same. That it's not the same dynamics. It's very different, right? So if a guy have option, he's not gonna date a single mother, right? Um, Single mother, and you have to deal with all these issues of drama, right? I don't want to say it, but single mother come with more drama than it is for younger women that have no kids, right? And who to say that kids gonna grow up to look at him and treat him fairly, right? Treat him fairly and treat him like a real biological father. I'm not saying that doesn't exist. There are kids out there who treated their as a father because they understand that he was there for them. But most of the cases it doesn't go like that, right? Is totally against nature. Why you think in a pride of lion, right, that's been conquered with another lion, right? The male lion killed the offspring, right? Because he had to kill the offspring because if you let the offspring of the other male lion grow up, the male lion had the capability to overthrow him, right? So is becoming a threat. So these are common sense things that people should understand, right? It's not a men understand it's not a good deal, right? Men understand it's a good deal, and he would rather put time and energy into his own offspring, in his own DNA, than taking care of somebody else's kid. That's a simp. A simp are willing to do that. A simp are willing to take care of somebody else's kid, and not realizing that he's really in a disadvantage because there's certain thing you can do to your own offspring that there's cannot do to somebody else's kid, right? You can't discipline his kid if the kid acting up, right? You can't do that. Look at I don't want to use this example, but look at Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, right? He tried to discipline his adopted kids, and Angelina Jolie got snapped, filed for divorce, and all these celebrity sues. Now Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt are divorced. Now they're fighting over custody, yada yada yada. One thing lead to another. Now the family's all torn apart. All right, these are the type of thing I'm talking about. There's certain things a stepdad could teach, and there's certain boundaries, right? There's certain boundaries that stepdad have, and there's certain boundaries that stepdad do not have when it comes to raising a kid that's not his. He can't treat his kid the same way that he would do with his own blood, right? And I see this in a lot of guys, and I see it in like family, even family members, right? That married into a single mother, and that tells me, right? It tells me by my observation, my experience, by what I've seen. I tell myself that I'm not gonna be put in that position ever again. I'm not gonna be like them because the type of guy that I see that's with single mothers, they're simps. They're big simps, right? And I tell myself I'm not gonna be like you. I'm not gonna follow in your footsteps. I'd rather be single forever than to be a simp like you are, right? But if I were to get married, which I'm not for, right? I'm not for marriage because, especially during modern ages where the system's totally against you, right? So by me observing other simps, it validate my point. Like there's certain things you can and can't do, right? You're being dominated by another woman, and as a guy, as a man, I don't like to be dominated, right? But I digress on that. The point is, there's a reason and why men do not like dating single mothers because it comes with a lot of disadvantages to him, right? Disadvantages and issues that men do not want to take when they could easily avoid it by not getting himself involved with single mother in the first place. But that it is what it is. But let me know if you agree. Leave a comment below, like, share, subscribe. If I'm touching on the right subject. But as always, guys, thanks for listening. Peace and blessings.